Hey guys, it's Maddie. It's Tuesday. I just got my haircut today. I get my haircut at Ulta, so today after I got my haircut, I was kind of sampling some lipsticks. That's why I've got this all over my hand. And I just got back from school for the summer, so all of my stuff is still packed up from moving back from Orange County to my hometown, so I don't know where my camera is, so right now I'm just making do on my cell phone. Since I don't know where any of my equipment is and I'm just filming this on my phone, I figured I would use today's vlog to talk about the story of how I got my first tattoo. I mentioned it in one of my last videos when I was at Disneyland. It's behind my right ear. It's the symbol for I love you in sign language with the palm in a shape of a heart. And I just kind of wanted to talk about what that experience was like, as well as how I decided to get that tattoo. As I mentioned in that video, I am hard of hearing, and as a baby I almost lost my hearing. Really identify with deaf culture, the deaf community. My dad used to be a swim coach, and on his swim team there was a little boy who was completely deaf, and I took it upon myself to learn sign language in order to learn how to communicate with him, and that started my love of sign language. I was about 14 when that happened. When I went away to college, I decided for my foreign language classes I wanted to take sign language, so now I know sign language pretty well. Maybe one day I'll make a vlog in sign language. I'm probably not going to, but it's an idea. And that was a big reason why I wanted to get that tattoo. I actually didn't really know if I ever wanted to get tattoos. I had like designs where I was like, if I want to get a tattoo, this is what I would get. But I was really unsure of whether or not that was actually going to happen. One day in March, I kind of just decided I'm gonna go get a tattoo. It was like a spur of the moment thing, like the night before I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I had seen this picture on Pinterest, I'm putting it right here, of the tattoo design, and I was like, that's really cute. I think I want to do something like that. I had seen it like a month or two before I actually went and got my tattoo. I asked my sorority sister Melinda if she would take me to get my first tattoo, and I'm sorry I keep moving the camera. My arm is getting really tired since I don't have a tripod for my phone, so I have to just hold it like this, as you can probably see. We set up a date. We were gonna go on a Friday, and I was like, great, I'll see you on Friday. And the day I got my first tattoo was stressful, to say the least. I first drove to the bank so that I could like withdraw the money I needed to get my tattoo, and then I drove to Melinda's apartment. And I was driving down a pretty busy street in the city in Orange County that I live in, and stopped at a stoplight. The light turned green, and so I started driving. I looked down for a split second. Next thing I knew, I was crashed into the car in front of me. The driver had stopped very abruptly, and since I didn't see what happened, I think it's actually possible that the car in front of me hit the car in front of them, and so that they stopped very abruptly, and then I crashed into them. That's honestly what I think happened, but of course I don't really know that. Insurance is taking care of everything. Thank God that happened, so I was just a wreck. I had to pull off the side of the road into the university that I go to. The university was literally right next to where this crash happened, so I pulled off there. All of us drivers pulled over there. My car wasn't really all that damaged from the accident. The like metal around the headlights had kind of like become unseparated a little bit. There was a pretty large crack in my windshield on the passenger side, but other than that, there wasn't really a ton of damage. The driver that I collided into was honestly a jerk about the entire thing, which I understand. Getting in a car accident is not ideal, but I was just sobbing as soon as I pulled over. Like, I first got out of the car, make sure everything was okay, and I was fine. As soon as we pulled into the university, I was just crying, like, I can't believe this just happened. The guy called the police, even though nobody was injured in the accident. Like, everyone was okay, but he called the police, and when the police showed up, he demanded that they give me a ticket for hitting him when I was not doing anything illegal, unless, you know, hitting someone's illegal. The police officer did say that because he didn't see the accident, he couldn't give me a ticket. The guy was very angry about that and was demanding that he should give me a ticket for hitting him. Did not get a ticket since the officer didn't see anything that happened. I did call my friend Melinda to tell her what had happened. She was at her apartment with our other sorority sister Amy, so Melinda and Amy showed up. Amy took pictures of the accident for me because I was just a big mess, crying hysterically. So then we drove to Melinda's apartment, and I called my mom and was a mess. And I told my mom what happened. She was okay with it. She was like, as long as you're okay, it doesn't really matter. She did tell me I would have to call insurance myself and tell them what had happened, and she was kind of stern about that, but I mean, she was very understanding, you know, saying like accidents happen, it's okay. We spent the afternoon at Melinda's apartment playing with her cat. She has an adorable little cat named Norton, doing like adult coloring books, like coloring pictures from them. Melinda's really into that, and so am I. So we spent like the afternoon coloring and stuff together. I actually brought my own coloring book with me because Melinda had told me that she and Amy were at her apartment coloring. Amy left after a little while, and I just kind of needed some time to collect myself after the accident before I went and got a tattoo, and so I spent that time like saying, do I really want to go get a tattoo today? Because it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I didn't want to just like get a tattoo just to get it. And so I sat there thinking about it, and then finally I did say, all right, let's go. And Melinda has, I believe, 5 tattoos. So we went to her shop that she goes to. She gave me the directions, we went in, and I freaked out. I was freaking out as I told them I want to get a tattoo. I started shaking like as soon as I got in the shop. They asked me to send them a picture of the tattoo that I wanted, and so I took a picture of my driver's license and almost sent that to them, and then Melinda told me no, they want to see the tattoo. So that's how nervous I was. Then I sat down on the chair so that they could like get everything started, and I remember thinking, because I was laying on my side because it's behind my right ear, so I remember thinking as I was like sitting there getting tattooed, I really hope my underwear is not showing, because I didn't want the guy giving me the tattoo to see my underwear. I don't know why that's what I was thinking about, but it was. And to answer the question that I'm sure a lot of people are watching this to find out, did it hurt? I have heard both that behind your ear is one of the most painful places to get a tattoo, and that it's not painless at all. Melinda told me, because she also has a tattoo behind her ear, she told me that it was not painful at all when she got it, and I'm gonna say for me, it was somewhere in between those two extremes. It definitely wasn't the worst pain I've ever been in. Like, it was tolerable, but it wasn't pleasant at times. Since Melinda was there, I had her hold my hand. I squeezed her hand a couple of times as I was thinking about my underwear showing to the tattoo artist. It took about 15-20 minutes to do it. It's pretty small. It's roughly the size of a quarter, maybe like a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see it, but that's it right there behind my ear. I'm just gonna put a picture of it right here. It didn't really hurt that much while I was getting it. It was like after it was done, it felt kind of like a really bad sunburn after the fact. I did the recommended routine to like wash it and keep it clean. For the first few days afterwards, it was kind of painful because it did feel like a sunburn. I remember not feeling any pain when I showered. It was only when I actually specifically cleaned it, like water from my shower hitting my tattoo. I didn't really feel anything except the sensation of water hitting my skin, but when I was like washing it, that was extremely like unpleasant. It wasn't painful, but it didn't feel good. And now it's all healed up, and that's just the first tattoo of hopefully many I'm gonna get, except if you're watching this tat, I'm totally kidding. I'm thinking about laser removal as we speak. Funny story about this, the other day actually my dad asked my mom if we were sure that my sister was untattooed, so I think that I'm the bad child who has ink. Dad is honestly not a very big fan of tattoos or piercings, but I really like my tattoo. I think, like, I'm just so happy that I got it, despite the reservations that I had. I'm definitely looking to get more. Me and my best friend are thinking about getting one together this summer, so if that happens, I'll definitely vlog it, if I can. I know some artists are kind of iffy about that. I'll definitely try to vlog it, I should say. So that's the story of getting my first tattoo. Thinking about getting a tattoo, I say just do your research. Ask your friends who have tattoos, like where they've gone, what their experiences were like. Definitely, if pain is a problem for you, look it up, because that's how I heard that it's both painful and not painful to get my tattoo in the location that I got it in. So definitely just research, and take care of it. Like, don't just let it get infected. I especially am like telling you to do this if you have like a weak immune system like I do. I was like religiously cleaning my tattoo the first few weeks that I had it. So if you have a really poor immune system, definitely make sure you're taking care of it, because you don't want to get an infection on something that's supposed to last a lifetime. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel, make videos twice a week. I will have links and other good stuff under my bed, and I will see you all on Friday. Peace out, Girl Scout!